If you're just tuning in for today's second date, Kristen is on the phone and she wants to call a dude named Thomas. Thing is, they've never actually met in person and they haven't even gone out on a date. They met online, they talked for about a month. Things got serious enough to the point where they actually said I love you to each other. And then they set up a dinner date and Thomas never showed. And his excuse was that he went to the same restaurant but in a different town, so he didn't have time to meet her. Then she Googled if that restaurant was in that town and no. So it certainly seems like he's lying. All right, Kristen, before we make the phone call, I do have maybe some news that might be kind of disturbing to you.
Okay, what?
Well, I am actually Thomas.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I set this whole thing up to meet you during a second date. Yeah.
Romantic.
I know. Pretty impressive.
Weird.
Oh my God, you guys, my heart just throbbed. What are you doing to me?
Yeah, seriously. Because right now, Thomas could be anyone. Do you still buy his story that he's who he says he is?
I don't even know anymore. I'm so confused. It's just, I really want it to be. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope he's not lying to you and that there is, like you said, some reasonable explanation.
Yeah, I want to find out for sure so I can move on with my life.
Okay, cool. I'm going to dial his phone number right now then and see if we can get your answer. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Thomas?
No, this is not Thomas.
This isn't Thomas?
This is Glenn. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, my name is Jubal. I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay, hi.
Hi. I was looking to speak with a Thomas.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, you said your name was Glenn?
Yep, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Glenn, let me ask you a question. Did you start kind of an online relationship with a girl named Kristen a little while ago?
Sorry, what is this about?
I knew it.
That wasn't an answer to my question, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly, Glenn.
Well, the reason that I'm asking you, Glenn, is because Kristen emailed us. Because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then they end up not calling you back after, you can email us and hopefully find out why. And she told us a little bit about meeting a dude named Thomas online and talking to him for over a month. Things got very heated to the point where Thomas and her were saying, I love you. And then there was supposed to be a dinner date and that never happened. But strangely, the phone number that she gave me for Thomas is for you. And your name's Glenn.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, I was confused. I am Thomas.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, Glenn, we know that you're lying. Just come out with it. Why are you leading women on and telling them I love you on dating apps and toying with their emotions? That really hurts people.
I know it sounds like that. No, let me explain. So Thomas is my middle name, and I go by Glenn sometimes and Thomas sometimes.
Okay,
God, you're a
but so
good
you're
liar.
admitting that you're the person that she was talking to.
Yeah, no, I know Kristen, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
wait. The Kristen that you were supposed to meet at the restaurant where you said you were in a restaurant in a different city, but then when she looked up that restaurant in the different city, that didn't exist?
Wow, you know a lot about me. Yeah, I did try to meet her.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of weird how honest you're being, because normally when people catfish somebody online, they would try to deny it.
Well, it's kind of complicated. I guess you could call it a catfish, but it's not like that.
Okay, well then can you
Oh my
can you try to
gosh.
explain it, please?
So actually I've met Kristen before.
What?
You've met her before.
You mean like you had seen her picture on the same dating app or something?
Well, that, but also I've met her in person. She just doesn't know that I'm who I say I am or who she's been talking to.
What?
Wow.
Now that
Okay,
comes off
so-
as not only like catfishing and like an a-hole move, but creepy. You sound creepy.
No. It's not creepy. I just wasn't expecting to talk about this right now. So I actually live in her building.
What? It gets even
You
weirder.
guys you guys
wait,
live in the
what?
same building?
Yeah, it does not as I didn't move in to like stalk her. I live in the apartment underneath her, and I really like her, and I'm just really nervous to talk to her.
Okay, no one brought up stalking. You're the only person that jumped to that conclusion, which is also a red flag.
No, you guys are accusing me, and it's making me sound like I'm crazy, but I'm not. I really like Kristen, and this whole situation is
Yeah,
weird, and I'm not a catfish.
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing. If it's not catfishing.
Like I said, she lives in the unit above me, and I really like her. She's really cool and really pretty, and I'm just a kind of a nervous guy. So I thought I'd make this profile to get to know her and then, meet her or talk to her in person with this information I have.
And when you
Wait,
talk to
what?
her in person, and you showed up and you were the dude that lives downstairs, you didn't think that would go bad?
Well, I was just trying to use the information to talk to her about things she would like, but a fake persona, I was never going to meet her as that. I mean, I was just using that to kind of get to know her better, but it got really out of hand.
So wait, you were basically like being a spy on a dating app in order to find out, I don't know, if she likes to go hiking, so that when you ran into her into the building, you could be like, oh, hey, I'm also going on a hike. Let's go together. And then she would fall in love with the real you, not the fake you.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for understanding.
Whoa!
No,
Wow. Okay, so you catfished her to get research on things to talk to her about.
Oh, that's so creepy.
That is elaborate.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
And then how did you let your fake persona say I love you to her
that's
online?
right.
I don't know. She's awesome, and I just got wrapped up into this fantasy.
Okay, did you mean to actually schedule a date with her?
Well, she was the one who was pushing it, and then I just thought since we talked a lot, like she could see past the weird beginning to this relationship we're going to have.
Did you have any plan of actually meeting up with her?
I did plan on it, and then I freaked out at the last moment.
Oh,
Wow.
So
man.
then what was
Oh,
your...
man.
Wait, so everything backfired and now you're just giving up on everything. You're not stalking her anymore.
Well, I was never stalking her, but yeah, I mean, it's all complicated.
Yeah, super complicated. You know what else complicates it even more, Thomas? Kristen is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
Ugh, I don't even know what to think.
I don't think any of
I
us
don't
do.
either.
Yeah.
Who are you? Oh, Glenn? I don't even know who you are. Like, what do you look like?
We actually talked once in the laundromat, but I live underneath you. I'm in 102. I'm the guy with the shaved head. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for it to get like that. I think you're really cool and you're so beautiful, and I just was worried it wouldn't go well, so I don't know.
So you
I'm
decided
sorry.
to catfish me? Is that what you did? I mean, this is embarrassing.
Well, okay,
I don't need-
every night I have to
Darn.
hear you with your boyfriend upstairs, and that should be me. You don't
What?
even know me.
Wait.
What boyfriend? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That blonde guy, the one with the hair up to his shoulders, he's been around for like 6 months, and I hear you guys all the time.
First of all, he's not my boyfriend. It's nothing like that, okay?
He
Okay,
calls you his
here's the-
girlfriend. I've heard it.
What? You're like spying on her. So not only are you like creating fake personas to get into her life, but now you're just straight up listening to her conversations inside her apartment.
No,
scary.
our building
It's
is small,
scary.
and you guys are saying I'm lying. Well, she's also lying.
Really?
Yeah, do you
Oh
have a
my-
boyfriend or not? Because if you do have a boyfriend, it's weird that you're online trying to meet dudes telling them you love them.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but
all
It's
crazy.
not my boyfriend. It's a friend. We hang out a lot. It's a fun thing. It's not my boyfriend, and he knows that.
Oh, man. You guys are both kind of out.
No,
like,
no.
What's going on
It-
right now?
I don't care if she's dating 8 other dudes right now. What he did is so creepy.
Okay, I know we're both in like a weird place, and this all started out really weird, but when we were talking online, there was something there. There was a good vibe, and like,
I was vibing with Thomas, not with Glenn.
well, I am Thomas. I just,
No, you're not Thomas. You put on these like fake pictures. It's so bad. You have no
those aren't
idea.
fake. Those are my
You're-
brother, actually.
Heartbreaking.
Those are pictures of your brother?
Yeah, those are pictures
That's
of my older
me.
brother.
Does he even know that you're doing that? No.
Yeah, he told me I should do it.
Me.
No, he did not. Glenn,
Yeah,
stop
right.
lying. You are such a bad liar.
There's
Glenn,
no way.
are you actually trying to still make this work? I mean, she would literally have to be just as nuts as you to want to continue whatever weird fantasy relationship you started.
Whatever. I mean, I'm not moving out of the building, so either we go on a date or just
Creepy.
like, I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
You cannot make me go on a date with you. This is just so bad.
Whatever. This all got really out of hand. I was just trying to get to know you because I liked you, and now it's just weird. And
Yeah, it's our fault, Glenn.
You could have talked to me like a normal person and just asked me out. Who knows? Maybe I would have gone out with you.
I did try to talk to you like a normal person in the laundromat, and you didn't even give me the time of day. You just walked out.
I don't even remember this. Who knows? Maybe I don't even know what was going on in my mind that day.
Whatever. I liked you, and I'm down to go out on another date if you want to. Right?
yeah.
All right.
Sounds
Sweet. Well,
healthy.
Kristen, would you like
Yeah.
to go on a first date with
Who knows, man?
Thomas or Glenn?
Absolutely
Glenn
not.
Thomas. We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
No.
No,
Well,
no,
yeah, I mean,
and I'm changing my lock. I mean, this is gross.
Oh my God.
No, it
Scary.
is not an oh my God situation, Glenn. She needs to call her landlord right now.
All right, well, I'm not going to talk to you, so don't worry. I'll forget you exist, forget I exist, and tell your boyfriend I say hello.
Oh my gosh.
He's not my boyfriend.
How do you do a second date for a couple who's never been on a date before and never even met in person? I
You
can't?
personally
don't?
have no idea, but we're going to have to figure it out because that's what we've got today for today's second date. Kristen is on the phone, and apparently that's her situation. What's up, Kristen? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, you sound so chipper.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay, but I'm actually a little bit sad because here I am. I'm having to do a second date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's never good.
Your email said that you never actually met him in person and never went on a date. So tell us a little bit about the guy you want to call today.
Well, his name is Thomas. We met online, and we were talking for about a month.
That's a long time.
It is a very long time. I mean, first of all, I have to tell you that he just looks so handsome. And even on the phone, like the tone of his voice, it just seemed like a gentleman, you know? And we just had like a really deep connection.
Can I ask why you guys didn't meet up in that whole month-long period of chatting?
We never were able to sync our schedules. And so we tried, but something always will come up, especially with his job. But I do have to tell you guys that it just went to the point that we said, I love you.
What?
Wow.
No way.
I mean, it was just that deep of a connection.
Wow.
Who was the one to drop that first? You or him?
He did, but I
Oh,
said
man.
it back.
I want to be happy for you, but I'm having all sorts of red flags. Like,
Yeah.
has he asked you for money is my first thought, because it
No,
feels like he's
no.
setting you up to take advantage of you for some reason.
He's a gentleman. You know, we talked a lot about our lives and where we were in our lives, and we both really want a relationship and something serious.
Okay, so you definitely liked him a lot then. Loved him.
Yeah. Chills.
Well, I know it sounds stupid to say I love you to somebody before you meet them, but, you know, once you say it, it's out there, you know?
Yeah.
And in the moment, it just felt right.
And so did you guys ever try to meet up?
We finally got to have this date, and we were going to have dinner at this restaurant, and I show up, and he never shows up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
How long did you wait before you realized he wasn't showing up?
I was there for about 45 minutes,
Damn.
and I was texting him, and then finally he got back to me, and he said that he went to another restaurant that had the same name, but it was in a different town.
What? He messed up the town location? Okay. I mean, at
I
what
don't
point are you
know.
not going to believe this guy? He's either catfishing you.
I could honestly see how that's happened. I only one time has it happened to me, but it's happened.
Anything is possible, right? That's why I was
Yeah.
thinking in my mind, but I also I was a little skeptical about it
Yeah. Of
So
course.
why didn't he just say, wait there, I'll be right there?
because he was too far. It was already too late. I'd been there for 45 minutes to an hour.
So what'd you do next?
I tried to look on Google the restaurant on another city, and I couldn't find it.
Oh,
So
now
it
that's sketchy.
Seems like he lied to you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very heartbroken.
Oh.
Did you ask him about it?
I did ask him about it, and now he doesn't want to get back to me. Like, he doesn't text me back. So I've not even had any contact with him.
Oh my gosh, I just don't like this guy. Aren't you mad too?
Sounds sketchy.
I'm mad and I'm sad. I go from being mad and sad, because I just had, you know, when you are dating online, you meet so many people, and I want a relationship. I want somebody who I'm going to be settled with, who loves me, that I love back, that, you know, we can make this happen. And then
At this point, I think you should just strive for showing up to dinner. Other stuff.
A little bit.
Yeah, baby steps until you get to all of that.
I know.
What are you wanting from this guy? Thomas, right? Like, what do you want from him now? You actually want to go out with him again, or you just want to tell him off?
I want to hear his explanation first before I decide if I'm going to tell him off, because I really want to know what happened. I mean, he went from saying I love you and having this amazing connection to leaving me hanging and telling me a possible lie. So I just want an answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Looking for the perfect birthday or anniversary gift or a special date night? Well, then you need Zodart, Seattle's only exotic car rental company. Visit Zodart.com to book an exotic special car for that very special day.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's your name? My name's Donk.
Donk,
Oh, what'd you say? Let me take this compression sleeve off my ears. You know, it helps you work out, right? It helps the blood stay in your ears. Anyway, you want to go out sometime? Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to go lift my body weight, like 2 times my body weight. And then I'll be back around to this corner of the gym to talk to you. All right, cool. Remember, my name's Donk. Nice seeing you. I'm assuming that's what happened for the guy on the phone today who wants to do a second date update. He said that he met the girl that he wants to call at the gym. His name is not Donk. His name is
thank
Robert. What's up, Robert?
Sure.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, Hoping you can help me.
Yeah.
So your email in said that you met a breezy while you were at the gym, right?
I did.
How'd that go down, bro?
Well, I was at the gym, and I noticed this girl, and I thought, she was over there lifting.
Oh my God.
I thought, well, I'll go over and I'll try to flex my muscles next to her.
You're joking. I mean, you're kidding at that point when you're telling us this, right?
I wish, but the male ego is a scary thing, I think, sometimes. And I realized this in hindsight, but that's what I did.
Did you really actually go flex, or you were working out next to her just trying?
I was working out next to her.
Okay. I pictured you standing next to her just flexing your muscles in the mirror.
Extra loud, like.
No, I didn't do that. Thankfully.
Okay. All right.
Thankfully, I did not do that.
So what was your opening line? I'm always interested in that.
So I saw her over the drinking fountain, and I just went up to her, and I just said, "You have some really nice glutes."
You did not say that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You could tell that she works really hard. She works really hard on those glutes.
So, I mean, was she kind of like a meathead like you are? No offense.
Whoa.
I might just say, like, that's,
Yeah,
I don't know.
no.
What do you want? Gym rat? I don't know what the term is.
No, meathead's a compliment, no doubt about it. That's what I am. That's what I do. Absolutely. And yes, same deal. She was rocking some very expensive athletic wear, head to toe. So I was definitely feeling her.
Okay. And what did she say after you complimented her glutes?
She said thanks. She said thanks. I work hard.
Oh my God, you live in a world that I will never enter in my life, and not for lack of wanting to. It's just I don't have the effort that you guys have. So did you ask her out right there?
I waited till after the workout. I try not to be complete creepo, and waited till she was leaving the gym. Then I went up to her in the parking lot, which sounds creepier, but it really was.
You followed her out to her car.
I did do the follow to the car.
Yeah,
Okay.
women love when big muscle-bound men follow them into dark parking lots.
What did you say there? Like, how are you going to drive a car with those big glutes? Like, you even fit in the seat?
That's pretty good. I wish I had said that. No, I just said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? You want to go get dinner? It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Okay. And she obviously said yes to that. Otherwise,
did.
you wouldn't be doing a second date update right now. How did dinner go?
It was good. I rocked my good luck button-down shirt, which always makes me feel good.
Nice.
Sometimes the shirt makes the man, I feel.
Okay.
And dinner went great. She has great glutes, but she was wearing this little outfit where her calves were really accentuated. I was super feeling her.
Nice.
What about her personality did you like?
Personality-wise, she was cool. Yeah, we had some good conversation.
What did you guys talk about?
I told her that I run a couple different businesses, and I kind of went on a bit of a rant, and I'm afraid that maybe it was too much. It was just like one time, but it was kind of went on a little bit of a rant about my businesses.
When you mean rant, I automatically think like angry rant about your businesses. What do you mean by rant?
Well, I did talk about a guy that had screwed me over in business once. That's why I think it feels like a rant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you an angry guy?
Not particularly, but I am when I'm crossed. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a pretty happy guy day to day, but if somebody screws me over, then yeah, I get pretty fired up.
You mess with the bull, get the horns.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
What was her reaction to you going off about this dude?
It seemed fine at the time. I didn't think anything of it because it was just, like I said, it was like one time. It was just like a brief little moment in the date. But that's what I'm thinking that maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Was she awkward after that?
Not particularly, but she didn't say a lot. She was just kind of looking down, she crossed her legs a couple of times, which I like the calves. But anyway, she was very fidgety, very fidgety.
Okay.
Yeah, women don't tend to like it when guys rage at the dinner table.
Well, it wasn't a rage. It was a rant. Rant's just like a degree less than a rage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so you weren't going totally crazy.
So that makes it better.
How'd you guys end everything?
Well, I asked her if she wanted to go get a drink somewhere else because I thought it was going pretty well. She said no, she needed to go home. So I walked her to her car and gave her a hug goodbye. I thought it'd be polite, and that was it.
Have you talked to her since?
I texted her once, and I said, I'm headed to the gym. Are you going to be there today? And then she just said, I worked out yesterday.
Whoa.
That's it? That's all she said?
That's all she said. And then I'm like, I was at the gym yesterday, and I was there for a good period of time when you would have been there, and I didn't see her.
Okay, so you think she's lying to you about that?
Yeah, I do.
And you haven't seen her at all in person at the gym?
I have not, no.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Robert is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl named Chandra. What do we know about Chandra? She's got an okay personality and some great glutes.
Oh, man, those glutes.
And some calves, some wonderful calves as well. That's what Robert liked about her. They met at the gym. He complimented her glutes. They went out for dinner, and now she's not calling him back. Robert, we're about to call her and see if we can get her on the phone and find out what went wrong. Anything else that you'd like to add before we call her other than the glutes and the calves?
No, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I'm very curious to hear what she says. This is awesome.
I feel like it's going to be something pretty extreme because it sounds like she switched gyms just to avoid you. To me, I'm just saying, you haven't seen her there.
Whoa. Yikes. That's bad. We're going to hope that's not the case. We're going to hope that's not the case.
All right, we'll find out right now. I'm going to dial the phone number and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Chandra, please?
This is she.
Hey, Chandra, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi, you're calling from what?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show.
Okay.
How are you today?
Fine. Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm actually calling you because one of our listeners emailed us and asked if we could get a hold of you.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, there's a guy that listens to our show. His name is Robert, and you went out to dinner with him.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you know Robert. Well, Robert listens to our show and emailed asking if I could call you to find out why you're not calling him back after you guys went out on your date.
Huh.
It's a segment that we do on our show called the Second Date Update. So Robert's wondering if he did something wrong.
I mean, I did text him back the other day. He texted me and I texted him back.
He actually told us that, yeah. But it didn't sound like a text from somebody who wants to see him again. It sounded like you were just kind of blowing him off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad he picked up on that.
Okay, so you are blowing him off.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I would really be fine to never see him again.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay, do you mind telling us why so that we can share it with him?
Well, he's just really forward.
He's
I
forward,
can kind of see that.
meaning...
Yeah, a little too forward. I mean, at first, I thought it was attractive. I've dated a bunch of guys who are really shy, and it's I always have to make the move and start the conversation, and so it was nice. He wasn't shy or timid, and he seemed really confident.
He told us how you guys first met, and when he saw you at the gym, he walked up and complimented you on your glutes. Is that kind of what you mean by too forward?
Well, I mean, at that point, I thought it was just kind of funny,
Right.
And I appreciated the honesty, he didn't seem that weird. But once we went out, he just crossed the line.
Was
yeah,
he
just
Whoa.
too much. It was too much.
Did he say something, or was he acting aggressive towards you?
Yeah, he said something really bad.
What did he say?
I'd really rather not say what he said. I don't want to say that.
It makes you that uncomfortable to repeat what he said.
Yes, definitely.
Can you give us a hint?
Well, we were talking about our interests, and we were talking about sports that we like, and, you know, he likes like basketball and football, like, you know, and I mentioned that I like swimming, and that I'm really good at swimming. I was a swimmer in college, and I was talking about how I'd probably like it because I was really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he goes, you know what I'm good at? And he leans into the table.
Oh, no. I can already see what's coming.
And I can't say this. I shouldn't say this.
He doesn't know. Like, I mean, he literally thinks that he did nothing wrong on this date.
He thinks he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He thinks he said nothing inappropriate.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we talked to him about your date, he was like, "Oh, it's cool. We just had a fun conversation. I may have got a little ranty at some point about my business, but that's all I could think of."
That's amazing. This guy's totally clueless.
All right. The anticipation is killing me. What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I can't say this, but I'll try to give you the idea.
Okay.
He leans into me and he says, "I'm good at doing things for others that make them happy."
I'm assuming you don't mean charity work.
No, he was like vulgar about it.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Like how vulgar?
like he used some pretty disgusting words.
Can you just do like a rhymes with here?
No, I'm not going to do that. Use your imagination. If he was talking about how he is good at servicing women.
I think I understand what he was saying.
And he really thought he was going to impress you with this information.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on a lot of dates. Nobody has ever said anything like that to me.
Wow. And you weren't interested in putting his skills to the test, huh?
Gross.
I mean, this was a first date.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, we hadn't even kissed or anything. And we're talking about sports, and that comes out of nowhere.
And there was no sexual talk at all before this statement.
I was talking about being on the swim team.
Well, thank you
my
for
gosh.
telling us your story. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It was horrible. I wish I could forget it.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to forget it just yet because he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Robert?
Hey, Chandra, how you doing?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. I'll be honest with all of you.
What?
We were talking about things that we were good at. She said she was good at swimming. I'm really good at that. What's really wrong with that?
That's not a sport, Robert.
Inappropriate, man.
It is for some people.
I can't believe, like, it was a first date. You don't say that kind of thing out to dinner at the dinner table. We're eating.
I hear what you're saying, but you can't tell me you weren't at least at all intrigued if whether or not I was good at that, right? I mean, there was a little part of you somewhere deep down in the recesses
Okay,
of your brain
Robert,
that
hold
wasn't-
on. Robert, listen. Does it
Yeah.
seem like I was a little intrigued?
Well, you should have been because I'm really good. I'm really good. I'm
I
very
don't
proud of
even
that.
want to meet the women who told you that.
Well, you got to give him some credit. He likes to put a lot of effort into pleasing women.
Thank you, Brooke. Yeah, it's not about me. I didn't talk about me. I'm talking about you. I'm here for you. That's the kind of team player that I am.
I think you need to take a little bit of that effort and move it towards how to be appropriate on a date.
Yeah, I don't think she's mad at exactly you wanting to do that, but maybe the time and the place was bad.
Exactly.
And the way you said it sounds like she wouldn't tell us the exact way you described it, but I can imagine it was probably not.
Vulgar language? Like, come on. Like, we're not 14 9-year-olds. Like, come on.
Well, I'll concede the location. But I do not apologize for my ability.
Oh, my God.
I do not apologize for that.
Oh, wow.
Look, everything I do, I try to do to the best of my God-given abilities. I give 110%, and I am the best at that, and that's what I can promise you in that department. I can promise you that in a lot of other departments, too.
Oh, my God. Chandra, was there anything charming about Robert on the date outside of this moment?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you listen to him, he's funny, but he's just, like, wildly inappropriate also. Like, way too much.
Hey, Robert, let me ask you a question. Next time, if you went out on a date with Chandra, if she actually said yes and you said something inappropriate, would you have a problem with her telling you to stop?
Absolutely not. I would have loved for her to say, no, that's inappropriate. Then I know. Now I know what the boundaries are.
Well, there you go, Chandra.
He just doesn't know.
If you went out with him again, you have the freedom now to tell him, hey, don't say stuff like that, and he'll stop.
I kind of feel like he has learned nothing from this conversation. I don't want to have to be telling him every time he says something inappropriate. Like, you have to monitor yourself. No, I don't think this was a good match.
No?
That sucks. I was really hoping to get a second date and see what happened after it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. So
Sorry, Robert, but there are a lot of women interested in your particular skill set. And I think you're going to be okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Chandra, good luck. Good luck out there.
you too, buddy. You too.
Remember who's number one in your heart, all right?
Oh, God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've heard a lot of bad dates on the second date update. Today, though, might take the cake for the worst date ever
What?
Oh, no.
How?
in the history of dates.
Dude, we had a guy poop himself a week ago.
This would be way more painful, in my opinion. Will is on the phone with us. He wants to do a second date update today, and Will spent his first date, get this, with a girl
Yeah.
babysitting her nieces. Oh, my God, that sounds like a horrible time.
It's kind of cute.
Will, how are you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, man? So you went on a first date, but your first date was actually babysitting her nieces? How'd that work out?
You know, it actually wasn't as bad as it sounds, honestly. We have some mutual friends, and they wanted to set us up. I thought she was cool. I met her at a party, but she's really busy, and I'm really busy. It was really hard to coordinate, and so she told me that the only time that she was going to have free in the next 2 weeks was when she was babysitting for her brother, and, you know, I was game.
Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
It was cool, yeah. I mean, I love kids, you know, and they're really nice kids. We had a great
You
time.
didn't have to spank any of them or put them on timeout? You didn't take over? And
Just goes a dictator.
Did you guys just hang out, like at, you said it was her brother's kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys just hang out at his house, or did you actually go do something?
No, we hung out at his house. We went to the park at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
One, I don't know. As a new parent, I think it's a little strange to let whoever's babysitting your kids go on a date at the same time. I feel like maybe your attention wasn't totally focused in the right places, but hey, whatever. Did you connect with the children?
For sure, yeah. I'm great with kids.
Yeah, that is a
sounded
weird question.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did he have fun?
Did you have one-on-ones
Yeah.
with the children?
I think the time was more about his date and not if he wants to become a stepfather to these kids.
I was wondering if his connection with the kids impressed the girl. That's all
There
I'm
you
trying
go.
to say.
Okay.
Did it? Did she seem impressed with how you were able to handle children? Okay, that sounds creepy.
God, you.
Everything. Okay, let's just forget about the kids for a second. How'd the date go?
It was great. Like, we went to the park. We made mac and cheese. You know, I thought we were having a banging time.
Banging time.
And did everything seem okay on her behalf? Like, did you guys end up kissing or making out? Like, put the kids to bed?
Well, here's the thing, man. I mean, you know, I told you we were making mac and cheese at one point and, like, laughing. You know, the kids were in the next room watching a movie, and the whole thing was going so well, and I kind of got caught up in the moment. And I went in for a kiss, and she was not into it.
She denied you. How did she deny you? Did she shove you off and like call you a jerk, or was she like, I don't kiss on the first date, or hey, idiot, there's kids in the other room? How did that go down?
She just, like, she was cool about it. She sort of put her hand on my chest and, like, she didn't push me away, but she didn't let me get any closer.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know, that's not appropriate.
She pulled out the pepper spray.
Did her mood seem to change after that? I mean, it sounds like you guys were happy-go-lucky, and then after the kiss, did things go downhill, or were you guys able to recover?
You know, the vibe definitely did change a little bit, but we kind of got back into having a good time. You know, when I said goodbye, it was like, we definitely need to do this again, and she was like, for sure. She seemed into it.
All right, and how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
I've called like 3 times. She never answers the phone. You know, she'll only respond to my text, but it's always like one-liners, like, can't talk, too busy.
All right, and that's probably different from how she was texting you before you went out, right?
Totally, and that's what's confusing me is that it's not only different than that, but it doesn't represent how the date went. Like, I feel like something's up, and I don't know what.
There's nothing you're leaving out, like you started cussing in front of the kids, or...
No, I mean, I told you everything.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Cool, man, thanks.
All right, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Will?
Yo.
I think I know why you're not getting a call back.
Okay.
Now, you went on your first date with Angie, and you babysat her brother's kids.
Right.
Her nieces.
Yeah.
I think that Angie lied to you the whole time. I think those are actually her kids.
What? That's too
She
weird,
made an
dude.
elaborate scheme to see how you would interact with her kids the whole time.
It was really a future daddy
Yep.
audition.
And now she's not calling you back because you didn't pass the test. Her kids didn't like you. I picture her sitting here, kids now before he comes over here. Remember, you do not call me mommy. You call me
so
Aunt
weird.
Angie right now. Hey, we've heard weirder things on second date updates before.
That'd be a whole
It's not
lot
out of the
crazy.
realm of possibility. All right, man, we're about to make the phone call. Just to remind everybody, Will did try to kiss Angie while they were making mac and cheese for the 2 little youngsters they were watching on their babysitting date. And she pushed him away and was kind of awkward about the whole thing. And she's been texting him back just saying that she's too busy to get together. So we're about to get her on the phone and see if that is the case or if you did something really wrong to make her not like you. You ready to go, Will?
Ready to go.
All right, man.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Angie, please?
this is her.
Angie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Wait, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show?
Okay.
Okay, clearly you're not a listener. That's fine. Hey, no worries. We do a radio show. My name is Jubal. I'm also here with Brooke Fox, Jose
Hey.
Bolaños, and Lydia Cruz.
Hey.
Hi.
We're calling you this morning because you recently went out on a date with a listener of ours. Do you remember going out with Will?
Yeah, I remember him.
Okay. Well, Will has been trying to get a hold of you, and apparently you keep texting him back that you're busy.
Yeah.
Are you really busy, or are you blowing him off? That's the question that we want to know.
I am really busy.
Okay, so you would like to go out with Will again?
Well,
There it
You
is.
don't want to. Okay.
Because the thing is even if you're busy, you make time for somebody that you like.
the thing is, I don't want to go out with him again because he did something that made me really uncomfortable after the date.
After the date.
He did text
Okay.
you. I mean, he called you like 3 times, which is a little bit much.
Well, right away, right after the date, he texted me, which is fine, just like had a good time, but he said he forgot his wallet at the house, at my brother's house. And I was like, oh, no problem, whatever. I just called my brother and told him Will was going to stop back and get his wallet.
Yeah.
So my brother told me
that when Will came back to get his wallet, he said, "Nice to meet you again, blah, blah, we had a great time. By the way, Andy's really uncomfortable and doesn't want to say anything, but she'd really like you to pay her when she babysits your kids."
What? He's like negotiating with your brother over babysitting fees?
Is that true? Is that something that you told him on your date that you wish you got paid for?
No. First of all, I love spending time with my nieces.
Yeah.
Happy to help my brother out. I work. I don't need to be paid for babysitting. I have my own money. I just like spending time with my nieces. So I'm just like mortified, and I'm telling I told my brother that I didn't put him up to that, but like my brother, now I don't know if my brother believes him or believes me, and like now I feel like such a squeeze. But also the other thing is, Will has been calling me and texting me, but never said one word about this.
Wait, that's not true though. That's a total lie.
Will?
Yeah, Angie, that's Will. He's actually on the other line listening. Will, you were supposed to wait until I called you into the conversation.
I can't wait. Sorry, she's lying. It's not true.
I'm not lying.
You said that you felt uncomfortable not getting paid, and I wanted you to have the money.
I never, ever said that. I never would say that. I never said that to you.
So you're telling me that you didn't say at dinner, when we were sitting down at dinner, that it would be great if I got paid for this, but I'm not. You didn't say that.
I didn't say it like that. I was joking. I did not say it at all seriously, and I did not say it like that.
Will.
And I did not say it in any way that would give you the right to go talk to my brother about it.
Yeah, Will.
Yeah.
Even if she was serious, you went on one date with her. Why do you think it's your place to hit her brother up like that?
I was trying to do what was right for her. I was trying to have her stand up for herself.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
you
but-
took money from her
You don't
family.
know me at all.
Yeah, but it's one date, Will. Like maybe if you guys been together for a while and you actually knew the family and you thought her brother was treating her wrong, you could be like, hey, dude, you should probably give her some money for that. But one date?
Will, how much money do you have from her brother?
It was $30.
$30.
Were you planning on giving it to her at least?
I was going to use it for the second date.
Oh.
You're an idiot. What was going through your mind? Like, why do you think that would be okay?
Well, I'm an idiot. You're an idiot for babysitting for free.
Oh.
You're giving your time away.
You don't know anything about my life. I told you a million times that I just like spending time with my nieces.
You also told me that you wanted to get paid.
I did not tell you that I wanted to get paid.
You gotta, I guess, Will, are you not good at picking up on sarcasm? Because maybe Angie was just joking and you took it a little bit too far.
Look, I'm not the bad guy here, okay? I'm not the bad guy. I was trying to do something good for her. I was trying to have her stand up for herself. She's making it sound like she wasn't complaining about it. She was complaining about it.
Even so, why would you want to put yourself in the middle of family drama if that were true?
Ask for what you
We
want.
had no family drama. We had no family drama until you got involved. So that's 100% of the reason why I didn't want to return any of your calls. My brother and I were just fine. If you can't take, like, a sweet, normal conversation that we were having over dinner in front of my nieces, why would I talk about that in front of my nieces? I remember saying to you, life would be beautiful if all I had to do was just, like, hang out with my nieces, and if this could be my job instead of always having to go to work and being busy all the time.
Yep, sounds like me, Angie. You're complaining about not getting paid. Like, if this could be my job, if I could make money from doing this. Angie, I'm about to call your brother right now and say, hey, dude, step up and pay your sister.
That's ridiculous.
I can't believe your brother didn't punch him in the face.
What?
I know, right?
God, we're talking about $30, you know? We're arguing over $30. I did it for her. I wanted to get it for her.
$30 that you took from my brother that you still have.
Good point.
That is true, Will. You still have the money.
You guys don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
I guess not.
I
But
think you're disgusting. Like, I'm just even more don't ever want to see you again.
Whoa.
I guess that leads me to my next question. Angie, would you like to go out on a second date with Will? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
That was a quick answer.
He can
You sure you
take
don't?
He can take that $30 that he got from my family and use it to take some other girl out on some cheap date before he gets involved with her family.
You sure you don't want to think about it, Angie? You answered the question.
No.
Okay. All right. Will, would you be interested in going out with Angie again?
Not if she lies like this.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. So no second date, I guess.
Yeah.
Will, next time you go out on a date, try not to get involved in some sort of family argument right away.
Whatever, man. I was trying to help her.
Hey, but Will, I do have trouble standing up for myself. In my next contract negotiations here at the station, would you mind stepping in for me? Maybe you get me an extra $30 out of the deal.
It's funny.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I met you in the summer. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I have no idea why the guy on the phone for the second date update today isn't getting a call back from the girl that he went out with because he gave her something that no woman can resist on their first date. Pizza.
I do love pizza.
Steve took Alexis out for pizza, and apparently now Alexis isn't calling him back. Steve, how are you?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Not much, buddy. What's going on?
I'm all right, thanks.
You sound sad, Steve. Do you really think pizza did you in?
I don't know what did me in, but something did.
Okay, so your email that you sent us, that's pretty much all it said was like, hey, I met this girl for pizza, and now she's not calling me back. Why don't you give us a little bit of background on the girl? How'd you meet her, first of all?
We met on a dating app, and it kept swiping, and finally I got her picture, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta take this girl out. She was so beautiful.
All right.
You swiped right.
Nice.
Hey.
I swiped right, and then so I was like, there's this amazing pizza joint between the two of us. I'm like, why don't we go there? They have a pepperoni pie to die for. So I thought it was like, who doesn't like pizza? I mean, come on.
Okay, so you met her for pizza, and anything weird happened while you were on your date? Did everything go okay?
I think it went awesome. We had a great time. We talked about all kinds of stuff. She sees UFOs like I do, and she's so into extraterrestrial stuff, and we just hit it off about that.
You say she likes UFOs like you do?
Yeah, man. I'm really into UFOs.
Okay. Did you just wake up, Steve?
No, I've been up for a minute. What's up? You just get up? I'm all right.
You sound like you're half asleep.
Or stoned.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Are you Steve? Are you stoned, Steve?
I don't know.
All right.
That's where the aliens are coming from.
That's why you're talking about UFOs and everything like that.
Okay.
Honestly, if you're really into UFOs and you talk about that a ton on your first date, a chick's probably going to think that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless she's really into it too, like he said.
Maybe.
If that's
But
her,
did you
deal.
harp on it the whole time? Did you say that you talked to UFOs? Anything like that?
Well, we talked a lot about it, but the pizza was really good, too.
Oh, so you talked about that? How did the date end?
The date ended okay. I was walking her out. I wanted to keep going, wanted to hang out a little more, maybe get her back to my place, but she couldn't do it, so I walked her to her car, and I never kissed on the first date, but I gave her a nice hug goodbye, and I told her I'd text her later and all that.
And I respect your rules, Steve, because we all have boundaries, but what's your reasoning for not kissing on the first date?
Make them wait.
Make him wait. Okay.
Ancient Chinese secret.
So why didn't you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I just think that she doesn't understand anything.
You think she doesn't understand anything?
I mean, why wouldn't she call me back? I mean, everything was great. Pizza was great. Conversation was great. It was like dating one-on-one.
Okay, so everything seemed normal to you. How many times have you tried to get a hold of her? And has she even responded to any of your phone calls or text messages or anything?
I've tried 3 or 4 times, and she hasn't gotten back to me.
And you haven't heard anything at all? Not even I'm busy and I can't see you?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, buddy.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Steve is on the phone with us, and he wants us to call a girl named Alexis today to see why she's not calling him back. Steve, I'm going to ask you before I even make this phone call, do you really want me to call her? Because it's kind of obvious why she's not calling you back.
Yeah.
It's not obvious to me, man.
Steve, you admitted to us that you're kind of stoned on the air with us right now. And you showed up to your date, I'm assuming probably stoned. And you talked about whatever. And if you showed up to the date stoned, I'm assuming that's probably why she's not calling you back.
Okay, man, but like I was taught you never assume, right?
Maybe
All right.
she was stoned too. I mean, he said that she was also into UFOs.
Have you been on a lot of dates through Tinder before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and have they usually turned out good for you?
50-50. Most of these people are undateable.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's always them, not you. All right.
One.
Well,
Wow.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out if there's another reason why she's not calling you back. I could be wrong, dude. I mean, she could have not have minded that you showed up stoned.
All right.
It is legal.
Yeah, I mean, it's legal. You seem like a nice guy, so maybe it's something else.
I wouldn't have minded if she was stoned.
I know you would have.
No,
You would have enjoyed it, actually. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Alexis.
Yeah, this is Alexis.
Hey, Alexis, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's going good. Why are you guys calling me?
You sound like you actually know who we are.
I do know who you are. I know that when you call people, it's for like a weird, crazy reason. So
Yeah.
Alexis.
I'm calling you because somebody emailed us to do a second date update with you.
Oh boy. Okay.
His name is Steve.
Oh my God, that's an idiot's on the phone right now, right? And you're gonna like go, you're gonna have me tell you about it, and then you're gonna like, guess what? He's on the phone.
Yeah, all right. So
show.
you do know how the second date updates work. And I noticed that you just called Steve an idiot. Steve is on the phone. Do you want to tell Steve why you think he's an idiot?
Yeah, I mean, if he called your show and wanted to go through this on the radio, like, let's do this. Right?
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Steve. Say hi to Alexis.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah. What? Oh my God! How much did you smoke when you woke up?
Alexis, why are you so mean?
I'm not so mean. You seem look. Just on behalf of like girls, we know when we go on a Tinder date, we know that it could be like a train wreck. We know that. We know that. We go, oh, he's cute. You know, this might work. Pizza seemed like a good idea. I have no idea why. And then I realized you love pizza because you need pizza. You need pizza. You need chips. You need.
All right, so
Alexis, you're
so
fiery.
is the problem that Steve is a stoner and he showed up to your date? Hi.
I mean, he's super chill. Let's just say that. He's a super chill guy, and it's not, I mean, that's not all of it, but yeah, that's I mean.
Alexis, I don't understand what the problem is. We had such a good time. I'm not really sure what's going on, Alexis.
I don't think Steve knows what's going on right now at all.
I know. Are you even listening to yourself right now? You don't even know what's going on. Can you imagine going on a date with you?
Oh, my God, I would love to go on a date with you. I'm so much fun.
Alexis, Steve painted it as you guys had a good time and that you were both into UFOs even.
You know what? I occasionally, like, I used to watch Battlestar Galactica. Do you remember that? That was, like, a good show, but that's about it. Like, I couldn't.
You seem like you were having fun.
I mean, at first I was kind of having fun. I didn't know if you were kidding. You're just so out of it. And I just, at a certain point, you just have to kind of, I mean, like, I'm on a date, I'm just going to go with it. The pizza was good. I mean, it was just sort of funny. Are you even there? Are you even awake right now?
Why are you so upset? Why are you so angry? I just wanted to hang with you and get to know you and look into your eyes, and you're coming at me with, like, spears.
We're not on the same planet, really.
Do you think maybe he'd be attractive if he was sober?
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Look, he's cute. Like, I don't know if you guys like know what he looks like. He's like a good-looking guy, but he's so.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least he's confident. Alexis, I guess you know how the second date updates work because you've heard a lot of them, obviously. I would love to send you out on a second date with Steve. We will pay for it. I
mean, I kind of want Steve to go on a second date, and I kind of want to watch. See how that goes.
Okay, you just want to observe him.
Free entertainment.
I kind of do. I mean, I don't. It's pretty fascinating, actually.
You're actually considering doing this again?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not going on a date with him. I want him to go on a date with somebody else. I'll be like at the next table watching them eat.
She's just saying she wants to watch Steve go on a date with somebody else.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I can't go on a date with him. I mean, Steve, you're not a bad guy. You're just out of it.
Do I have any say in this at all?
I don't think you do, Steve.
No.
I'm sorry, man. You did not get your second date.
Alexis, I've never done this before, but I'm going to ask you myself. Will you go on a second date with me?
I've never done this before.
No, thank you.
Last chance. Let's do it. Come on.
This is like the 75th time I've said no. It's always going to be no.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, Alexis.
Thank you guys for calling.
And thank you for listening.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we love
it.
you.
Yeah.
And Steve, I'm sorry, man. You did not get a second date, but hopefully you can get out there and keep trying, though. Don't give up.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, no problem, man. All right. See you later. I don't think Steve even knows he was on the radio right now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Lots of different responses on our text message board at 78592. People, I think, kind of missing the point a little bit about what happened in the second date update.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are just like,
yeah.
I love weed.
There are people that are really interested in the weed part of it. Steve wanted us to call this girl named Alexis. They went out for pizza. Basically, Steve on the phone with us was even high.
Yeah.
And he's a stoner, big time. Alexis didn't want to go out with him again because he showed up to the date stoned and was just kind of weird the whole time. Mm-hmm. And she, kind of let him have it and told him, hey, if you're going to go out on dates, maybe find somebody else who smokes as much weed as you or, don't go stoned. Yeah. But they went out for pizza. And the reason I say that we're getting different responses than I had imagined on our text message board, I figured most people would rip on this guy. There are a few people ripping on him. There are a few people ripping on her for being a little mean to him. But most people are texting in asking about the pizza place. I got like 5 texts right here. It says, I'll go on a date with him. I love pizza. Another one says, where is this pizza place? It sounds amazing. The pizza place sounded amazing because he was high.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, which proves that all of our listeners probably high.
Yeah, maybe you
why
have to
we're
be.
able to have them. Yeah.
Another text in at 78592 that says, you know how hard it is to get a good pizza in Seattle? What's the location? Are they open late?
Hey, it's the important things in life, Jubal. It's not love. It's pepperoni, dude.
Another one says, is there any way you guys could just put up the link to that pizza place on your website?
Could we just
I'd really appreciate it. We didn't even really break down that long how good the pizza was. It was kind of a side note that they went out for pizza.
How do you guys feel about doing the entire show tomorrow around pizza?
Sure. People love pizza.
Clearly there's a need for it.
Yeah. We can break down pizza for a while. Want to do pizza on the 10s tomorrow?
Pizza on the 10s.
We'll give out a slice of pizza on the 10s.
This one's for Pagliacci.
Yeah.
This one's for Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Domino's. I mean, there's tons of options. So
You're like the radio of Yelp.
I think we learned a lesson from the second date update. If you're going to go out on a date with a girl, probably don't show up stoned out of your mind. Unless you know that she's into that, and then it's cool. And we also learned, take her out for pizza. Because everybody loves pizza. If you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at moving925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back. Now it's time for your 60-second sleaze.
Moving 92.5 60-second sleaze.
First, we got to start with a big congratulations. Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes had a baby girl yesterday.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, and apparently they cried because they were so happy after she was born.
Oh, Ryan Gosling cries like when he gets up in the morning.
Yeah, he does. Just a single sexy tear rolls down his face.
I don't know if you've been following the beef between Rihanna and CBS Sports. Now, last Thursday, when the Ravens played, they were supposed to have Rihanna perform Run This Town, They dropped that and they said that they wanted a different tone. A lot of people got really mad at CBS saying, hey, you're punishing another domestic violence victim for something that happened to her by cutting her from a show just because of the domestic violence issues with Ray Rice, right? Mm-hmm. So they pulled the song, and Rihanna tweeted about it and didn't have very nice things to say at all. The most amazing part, she got every news anchor in the nation to read her tweet.
CBS,
You pulled my song last week. Now you want to slide it back in this Thursday? No. F you.
Whoa!
So CBS has responded to that tweet by just not having her on for the rest of the season.
How awesome if they respond,
it's
no,
all over.
Rihanna,
F you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's getting a big fight with Rihanna. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Tagging Chris Brown in it. Like, you want to get in on this, Chris?
Oh, gosh. We have, this is really disturbing. Joan Rivers' doctor apparently allegedly took a selfie with her while she was unconscious on the table. Yeah, moments before she went into cardiac arrest. He, of course, has since been let go, and we don't know for sure. No one has seen the selfie. Okay, if you're that sick, it's not up on our website. But that is the rumor out there.
It makes me worried how often people are doing that.
I
We
guarantee
know
you a
about
lot.
it because she's famous,
Yeah.
but the rest of us.
This chick's about to die, but let me take a selfie. I'm a little out of control.
And you can see pictures, though, of Khloe Kardashian's new do. She got cornrows.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They're
Ever a
bad.
good decision.
No.
Trying way too hard.
She looks like an 18-year-old that's on spring break in Mexico, is what she looks like.
Yeah.
You can see the pictures if you log on to moving925.com. And in even worse Kardashian news, Kylie Jenner now wants to be a singer and is determined to be the next Katy Perry.
Oh, no.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, when you're out on a date, you need to be careful with what you joke about. Okay? Because you could end up offending somebody. My go-to joke on a first date that usually just kills it with the ladies is this little gem right here. I look at them and I go, hey, here's a joke for you. Horse walks into a bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bartender says, Jubal, put your pants back on.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't
it
get
makes
it.
Of course you guys wouldn't.
Oh,
Think
I
about
get it.
There it is. Yeah. The
It's
ladies
just so far
usually
from the truth.
love that joke. The guy on the phone to do a second date update today, though, is having a problem. He thinks maybe he told an off-color joke, and it kind of turned the girl off. His name is Dave. Dave, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
What's going on, man?
Just licking my wounds, I guess.
God, you sound so upset, Dave.
Defeated.
So you think that you told this girl a bad joke, and that's why she's not calling you back?
Yeah, I don't know what I did, but that's the only thing really I could think of that went wrong.
All right. How long ago was your date, by the way?
About 10 days ago or something like that.
And how did you meet this girl?
I met her at a bar,
Okay.
and she was with some friends, and I just started talking to her.
Now, a lot of people, when they do these second dates, they say that their first date was actually just getting drunk and hanging out that night. Did you guys actually go on a date, or did you just get wasted together?
Well, we kind of went out together because I was with some friends, and then we ended up kind of breaking off from the group, and then we went to another bar and had a drink.
Okay, that
All right.
counts.
And that all seemed to go pretty well?
Yeah, it went well enough to where I invited her back to my place, and she came over.
Oh.
That's usually a good sign that a date is going good.
Yeah.
So tell us about the joke, though, that you emailed. You didn't tell me what the joke was, but you said you may have offended her.
Well, I brought her out a drink, and I said, man, wouldn't that be funny if someone mixed something in there or something regarding the
What?
No.
You made
Yeah.
What?
a joke like that to a girl who you just met.
Yeah, but, I mean, she came to my place, so...
No. Mm-mm, no. You don't. I'm guessing she didn't drink the roofie joke drink, right?
No, she left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
Did she leave right away after you're like, hey, some people call me Mr. Cosby?
Well, I mean, she made me feel uncomfortable enough by her reaction where I kind of knew it was over right then and there. So.
Yeah, it made you feel uncomfortable. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I know it was a stupid thing to say, man. I know it was dumb.
That's one of those moments where you say it, you're like, this is going to be really funny.
Yeah.
And then you say it, and then you see the look on her face, you're like, oh, crap, I just made a roofie joke to a girl who just came over to my house.
Oh, no.
Not a good idea.
I know, it was like the stupidest thing I ever did.
I feel like moments like that, it's like record scratch and then dead silence. What did she say to you?
Well, it was kind of like an awkward look, and then I just kind of did the math, and when she said, I'm going to get my Uber, I was like, all right, see ya.
Did you try to explain to her, hey, sorry about that, it was just a joke, I didn't...
Well, it took a second, but then I said, hey, where are you going? I'm just kidding. It's a joke. And just to prove it to her, I drank her drink, too.
Oh, my gosh.
I slammed it right in front of her.
At that point, you were already too far in the hole. I don't think there was any saving you. So she left, and you haven't heard anything from her. Have you tried to get a hold of her?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I tried to get a hold of her. I texted her 3 times saying it was just a joke.
Oh, my God. I would never call you again.
And she hasn't responded to you at all?
No, nothing.
Do we even need to make the phone call, Jubal?
We already know why she's not calling you back.
Yeah.
So you liked her a lot, though, huh, for your first meeting?
Oh, yeah, I did. I really did like her a lot. She got this really cute dimple, and she laughed at most of my jokes.
Most of them.
And so, yeah, I mean, she's pretty, and she's smart. I mean, what's not to like?
Hey, Dave, I just want to point out, okay, this girl that you just described to us, fun, pretty, attractive, everything else, was at your place after a night at the bars, sitting on your couch, ready to hang out with you all evening, and then you screwed it up with a really poorly timed roofie joke.
Gee, thanks for pouring salt in the wound.
No problem. That's what I do. Well, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, a lot of times when we do these second date updates, we talk to the person about their date, and then we go like, I wonder why they're not getting a call back. Mm-hmm. Not today. Today, we're pretty sure why Dave, who's on the phone with us right now and about to do a second date update, is not getting a call back, and it's all because of a really bad joke that he told with a girl that he just met. I'll recap real quick. He met her at the bar. They ended up hanging out, having a good time, went back to his house, and then Dave dropped this gem on her. Go ahead and tell us what you said to her.
I brought her out a drink, and I made a sarcastic remark about if anyone put any roofies or drugs in the drink.
Yeah. So funny.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, after he said that to her, she turned cold and then left, and he hasn't heard from her since. So we're about to call her right now, and maybe she'll blow our mind. Maybe you have body odor. Who knows? It could be something different.
Okay. I don't know what I did. I thought we were having a blast. And then
you know what you did. You know what you did. Everybody knows what you did. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is Cammie there?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Cammie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing much. You're calling me.
Just calling to check in to see how you're doing.
Hey, Cammie.
Are you familiar with the show?
Kind of.
Have you heard a second date update before?
No, not really, but yeah. Yeah, I guess.
No, not really, but yeah?
I heard of them.
Okay. All right. Well, congratulations, Cammie. You're about to be the star of a second date update.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, that means that you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and he liked you so much that he emailed us and asked us to call you and find out why you're not calling him back. His name is Dave.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You remember going out with Dave?
Yeah, I remember it.
Did you not like him?
That's an understatement. I don't even have words for it.
Okay.
He was being so childish. Like, my 5-year-old nephew is more mature than he is.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, the whole time, like the entire time, food, drinks, everything, he's making like these inappropriate jokes the entire night.
So when he brought you a drink and was like, hey, don't worry, didn't put any drugs in there.
He told you that?
Yeah, he did. He told us that. And that's why he thinks you're not calling him back, because of that joke right there. But it sounds like there's more to it.
Oh, no. He has a handful of, like, jokes. He has a load of jokes.
So you didn't feel danger by him when he said that. You were just annoyed.
Yeah, I was just annoyed. I felt like I was like babysitting like a grown man the entire time.
Then why did you go back to his house if you weren't having a good time with him?
I feel like I was giving him another shot. I was like, this is it. But I feel like he's that type of guy to have jokes in his pocket to try to impress a girl.
So you think he just memorizes bad jokes just in case he goes on a date?
Exactly.
What were some of the things that you can remember?
Oh, all right. He was like, what did the hurricane say to the coconut tree?
What?
Hold on to your nuts. This isn't your ordinary blow. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God! Did you laugh at any of these jokes?
I choked, which was very ironic. I choked on my drink.
I'm confused. Was he just throwing all these bad jokes out at you over drinks, or did it come up casually in a conversation? It was like, got a joke for that.
Yeah, like, for example, we were talking about my job, and he was like, what's the difference between my job and a dead prostitute? And I was like, what? He was like, your job still sucks.
Are you serious?
So he was just... That's awesome that he has all these jokes in the palm of his hand to throw them out there.
Oh, my God. It was just so deceiving. I'm like, you're a handsome guy, but you're just so stupid and dumb. Like, why are you...
But you still hung out with him all evening.
Yeah, because he's cute. He's attractive. And I thought, maybe it's just like he's nervous. I'm going to give him a shot. Like, we went back to his place, and I was like, maybe he'll be a little different in his own atmosphere. That was, that wasn't true either. He's still as childish at home as he is in public.
So even with all the bad jokes and everything, you were still in it until he made a roofie joke back at his place.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. Call me an Uber.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
That'll usually kill the mood.
Oh, it killed it. It was dead.
I can imagine.
Cammie, would you like to hear some more of his jokes?
No, I actually don't.
That's too bad because he's actually on the phone listening right now. And I'm sure he's got many jokes for this occasion.
No, he's not. Are you serious?
Yes, he is.
Guess who?
Oh, you're creepy.
Cammie?
Hi,
I
Dave.
can't believe you don't like my jokes.
I don't.
Then why were you laughing at all my jokes?
Because it's nervous laughter. I thought you would get the hint that this was, like, uncomfortable,
I thought we had a good time, and then all of a sudden you just split so fast after that little joke about the drugs and the drinks.
Little.
No, it wasn't just the drugs and the drinks. It was the other two. It was the other, 10 jokes that you were telling the entire night.
What, the coconut thing? Everyone loves that joke.
No,
You could tell I was just kidding.
No, I can't. Maybe because I'm an adult and I'm not playing childish games when I'm on a date.
Well, sorry. Next time I'll just tell some, more PG-rated jokes.
Have these jokes ever worked for you in the past?
If I were to rewrite the alphabet, I'll put you and I together.
Oh, that's your PG joke. That's bad.
The PG one.
Cammie, why didn't you tell him in the moment, hey, enough with the jokes. This is kind of offensive.
I didn't want to, embarrass myself and then, crush him at the same time. It was just an uncomfortable situation. I don't like making people feel bad.
Oh, well, it's okay now.
I didn't know you were on the phone.
Yeah, it's all different. Now that she knows you're on the phone, she feels bad about it, Dave.
Cammie, look, I'm sorry. I didn't know you felt that way. Had I known, I would have just stapled my mouth shut for the rest of the night. I really like you. I thought we had a good time. And if you ever want to hang out again, I promise I won't open my big mouth.
It's a pretty good deal.
No.
Cammie, you went back. Cammie, but think about it. You went back to his place even after all the bad jokes that you said you just hated. Yeah. It was just that one joke that put it over the top. Mm-hmm. You must have liked something about him.
His face.
Okay, well, you like his face. That's good. You think he's a cute dude. Cammie, would you go out with Dave on a second date? I will pay for a second date for you guys.
No.
What if we make sure he doesn't say a word and you just get to stare at his face?
What, are you going to be at the table with us?
Sure, if you want.
It's really...
How about this? He and I will sit there with you, and we'll just try to top each other with bad jokes the whole time.
Listening to idiots tell bad jokes the entire night is not my ideal date, so I'm going to decline.
All right.
I think that's a smart decision.
I'm really sorry to hear that, Cammie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Cammie, before you go, I got a joke for you.
No. Oh, my God. No.
How do you leave an idiot in suspense?
I don't know.
Nailed it. All right, that's all.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text message in at 78592 that says, I made a worse joke than the guy from the second date update on a first meeting at my place. I said to the girl, hey, nobody knows you're here right now. You could disappear and never be heard from again.
Oh, no.
It says that she did not see humor in it.
No, there's no punchline there. There's only creepy.
If you missed the second date update, Dave wanted to call this girl named Cammie. He knew what he did wrong. He made a really bad joke after they went back to his place and he got her a drink and he came up and was like, there might be something in it. He made a roofie joke to the girl that he just met and then she left. But it turns out that he was just cracking bad jokes the whole time and she couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, she wanted him to shut up and just be pretty.
Yeah.
Was the problem.
She said the reason she stuck it out through all the bad jokes leading up to that one was because he was cute. So she stuck around. But after he made that joke, she's like, I can't do it anymore.
It's like me and you when we're on dates with hot chicks, dude, and they're annoying, but you're like, I guess I'll just stop talking.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Is someone going to tell Jose that he's actually the guy that people want to be quiet?
Probably
And
am. Shut your laugh up, Jose.
I'm surprised at all the people texting in at 78592 who really liked this guy's jokes. They're like, that's awesome. I wish you would have made a joke like that on a first date with me.
I'm scared of the guy who said he's writing these things down for new material to use later.
If you want a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, Brooke and Jubal at move925.com. We will call the person who didn't call you back. If you missed the second date update, it'll be online shortly at move925.com. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week.
Yes.
Just a few minutes away at 8:10.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Sometimes when selecting an email for a second date update, you choose one based on the content that's inside the email. Sometimes you look at the subject line and go, yeah, we're going to do a second date update on this one. The subject line for this email simply said, I liked her butt.
Genius.
That was it. Yes. So I was like, of course, we're going to do a second date update on this email. Corey is on the phone with us right now. And Corey, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for the email. So does this butt that you liked have a name?
Yes.
Yeah. Her name was Autumn.
Autumn, okay. And how did you meet Autumn?
We were in the coffee shop, and we were sort of checking each other out. And I was like, I just said like, hey.
Sounds like you are a smooth operator.
Yeah. I have all the good lines.
All right, so that's it. That's how you get a lady's number at the coffee shop. I just, hey.
You know what, man? You'd be surprised how often that works. And they're just like, hey, and then it's like, wow, this is a great place. Yeah. Coffee shop.
So you started up,
then,
you started up a conversation with her.
You must be hot, Corey.
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking.
Did you like say to her, hey, I like your butt a lot. Like you got back for days. Yeah, my name's Corey.
She was in front of me in line, so it was weird because I kept like talking to her because I wanted to talk to her to meet her so that I could get to know her and her butt. But then every time,
I'm glad you acknowledged there's more to her than her butt.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
she's a whole person.
Get to know her personality as well as her butt's personality.
but then like every time I would talk to her, she would like turn around and face me, and I would be like, "Oh man, but no, now I can't see her butt again." So then I would like be quiet for a minute, so she would turn back around.
I love it.
That's awesome.
I know it was a bit ridiculous, but but it worked, and I got a date out of it, and I invited her to go play some old school video games with me at this arcade.
Yeah,
nice.
And we had a good time. I mean, she was killing it on the Miss Pac-Man machine, and but then she was like, "Oh, I got to get going." She kept like talking about like how she had to get home soon, and I was like, "Oh, come on, we're having fun, like let's hang out." And I was like, let's go get a drink. I'm thinking maybe she doesn't want to be in the arcade anymore. I was like, what do you have to get home for? What do you have to work tomorrow? What's happening? And
you didn't
like,
hound her. Did you actually hound her like that? Because then I could understand her not wanting to call you back. Like, you're like, what do you mean you got to go home? No.
What do you mean you're employed?
Yeah, I was totally like, yeah, what's the matter? Why don't you hang out?
Yeah, was it like that?
I was cool about it.
Okay, I was just like, the way you're describing it sounds like you were pressuring her into hanging out.
And because I will say there's a fine line, Corey, between like teasing and then a girl actually feeling you're being mean.
I think I was being nice about it. Sometimes people are like, I feel like hanging out, but I need to be sort of like convinced to really just like hang out. And they just like want someone to give them permission to like not be responsible.
Peer pressured into making a mistake is what you're saying.
Corey, is there any chance she caught you checking out her butt like 8 times?
Well, I mean, there is a good chance that happened because, like, that did happen.
Because, like, I couldn't stop looking at it.
Yeah, like we were playing one of the games, right? We were, like, sort of, like, playing each other. And, like, a couple times I actually killed my guy early so that I could just, like, stand back and, like, watch her play the game a little bit.
Nice move, dude.
I didn't tell her that, though. So,
Okay.
I'm just telling you guys that.
All right, but she may have noticed. I mean, if you're this obsessed with her butt, she might have noticed.
Maybe.
How did everything end with you guys? Did she say she wanted to see you again?
Well, I mean, she didn't say she wanted to see me again, like, exactly, but, like, I was feeling vibes, and, like, we totally kissed at the end of the night, and, like, I really got the feeling she was having a good time, but was just kind of being, like, shy. I texted her the next day and was like, hey, I had a lot of fun, and then, like, I didn't hear back.
So she hasn't responded to any of your texts or phone calls or anything?
No, like, not even, like, yeah, sorry, not interested.
Not even like a butt selfie. What a prude.
Not even a butt selfie.
Yeah, that's rude. All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome, man. Thanks.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Guys always define themselves by which part of the female body they're into. Are you a leg man? Are you a boob man? Jose calls himself a pulse man. You got a pulse and you're breathing. That's pretty much all he needs. He's a pulse man. Corey on the phone for today's second date update would describe himself as a butt man. Would you say that's correct, Corey?
Yeah, I like butts. What can I say?
Just said there's no personality men. Brain and intelligence men.
Yeah, that comes later.
Okay.
Corey emailed us about a second date update that he wanted to do, and the subject line for his email simply said, I liked her butt.
Nice.
We talked to Corey earlier about his date with Autumn. They went and played video games. Seems that they had a good time. Corey can't think of any reason she wouldn't be calling him back. We're about to give her a call right now. There's absolutely nothing you can think of, Corey. The date went perfectly well, in your opinion.
Yeah, we had a great time. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I need your help.
All right. Well, we're going to give her a call right now, see if her butt answers. Because the way you talked about it, I'm assuming it has hands and a personality and everything. We're going to call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone, okay?
Cool.
Hello?
Can I speak to Autumn, please?
This is she.
Hey, Autumn, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. How are you?
Okay.
Have you heard our show before?
No.
Well, we do a morning show on Moving 92.5 from 6 to 10 every morning. You should check it out at some point because you're on it right now.
I'm on the show?
Yep.
Why?
Well, because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners.
Okay.
And they liked you a lot, but you aren't calling them back. Remember going out with a guy named Corey?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Well, Corey liked you a lot. Corey listens to our show, so he emailed us and was like, hey, I'm having problems with this girl, Autumn. I can't get her to call me back, and I'd like to see her again. Can you guys find out if I did something wrong? Did you enjoy your date with Corey?
It was not great. No, it was not great.
Do you mind telling us what wasn't good about it?
Yeah, and you need to broadcast to the world so nobody ever goes out with this pervert again.
What does he do?
Whoa.
He live tweeted the entire date.
Live tweeted?
He was live tweeting your date?
Tweeted, yes. And posted pictures of my butt in almost every tweet that he sent out.
Oh, my God.
What?
Really?
Yeah. almost every tweet had a link that was a picture of my ass.
What?
And then his hashtag was literally loving the booty. I have no idea how he did it because I didn't even see him. So he would come up behind me, I guess, and just take pictures of my butt when he was pretending to play video games. I don't know.
That is
I
so
do not
creepy.
know. Oh, the creepiest.
Did he tell you that he was going to be live tweeting your date, which is weird in the first place? But did he tell you that?
No, he didn't tell me anything. He did not say anything. I went to his Facebook, and there was a Twitter link to his Twitter, and I went to that and saw.
So he didn't even hide it well.
What? No, he didn't even try to. I was mortified, and obviously my friends were like, okay, done.
Yeah,
right.
True.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Autumn, Corey is actually on the other line.
Oh, my
And
God.
heard what you just said.
Hey, Autumn.
You're disgusting.
Listen, it's not like I put your name on it or anything, and like if you hadn't said anything, like nobody would ever know this anyway, you know?
He does have a point, Autumn. You're anonymous online. Like, he didn't tag your Twitter in it or anything else, did he?
He didn't tag my Twitter because he didn't go and follow me on Twitter, but you did say my name. You said Autumn in one of the first tweets you put on there. And I don't care if it doesn't say my last name. Like, that's my body. Like, you didn't get permission to just, like, post my body online.
I know, but we were like in a public place. I mean, it's like you're playing a video game, you know? It's not like we were in bed or anything like that.
Weird.
That doesn't make it better.
Dude, you took a picture of me when I'm playing Pac-Man, and I was bent over. You turned around and gave a thumbs up?
Nice. Oh, you just gotta relax. I mean, it's not like you were naked or anything.
Oh, gosh.
Dude, who gives a shit? You were posting pictures of my ass.
It is a good point, Corey. Like, I understand that you were excited to be on your date and everything else, but it's probably not the best idea to start posting pictures of the girl you're with, especially without her knowing. Like, if she was into it, then that's a different thing.
I know, man, but like I was really excited, and Autumn has a great booty, you know, and the date was going well, and I didn't really think much of it, you know?
I mean, how would you feel, Corey, if that happened to you, though, and she was invading your privacy, took pictures of your junk and posted them all?
Well, okay, first I would probably be a little bit flattered.
Yeah,
then
I was going to say that's
it's a different issue because...
Okay, crotch shots. What if she was taking pictures of your crotch?
Honestly, I wouldn't care.
That's the difference between guys and girls. Like, if some girl were to do that to me, I'd be like, yeah, that's right. You go ahead and show the world what I'm working with.
Tag me.
So
Yeah,
weird.
probably not much.
I got nothing to be ashamed of.
I do, but I would be still excited if somebody was doing that.
Oh, someone's paying attention to me.
Well, I mean, okay, Corey, you can understand why Autumn would be a little bit upset, though, can't you?
I mean, yeah, like philosophically, but like,
Oh, gosh.
you know, we were having a good time. It's not a big deal.
What is your problem?
You were sticking that butt out so hard, I just couldn't not look.
I don't think
serious?
No, not for you. No.
she wasn't doing it so you would post it on Twitter.
It's like you've seen your first butt. Like, that's the experience.
Yeah.
It's how excited you are about it.
You guys don't know because you haven't seen the pictures of Autumn, but
I haven't.
her butt is special.
It should be very apparent why you're not getting a second date, Corey. But I will ask the question anyway. Autumn, would you like to go out with Corey again? We will pay for your second date.
Not if you paid me $1 million. Absolutely.
Good job, girl.
not.
I'll have the radio station live tweet it this time on Movin's account. No?
No, and no.
Corey, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
You know, what are you going to do?
What, you're going to not tweet photos of the girl you're out with's butt. That's what you do.
Listen, I like butts. You guys know this.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I don't mind letting you down.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A listener named Rick is on the phone to do a second date update today, and he already knows that the girl he wants to call is not interested in going out with him romantically ever again.
Oh, so this is going to end well.
Yep.
Yeah, why are we doing this?
Because she texted him that and let him know that she doesn't want to go out.
Yeah,
But he still wants to do a second date update. We'll get to what you texted in just a second. But Rick, why not just give up the fight, man?
I don't know. I feel like there was some, I don't know, just some unfortunate things that happened on the first date that really aren't an indicator of whether or not we should be together.
Okay, listen. Some people can't take a hint. That's not a hint. That is very direct.
Yeah, but I need a second chance. I want to convince this girl that she should go out with me. We had a nice time, and she was really, really hot. So I just wanted to see her again.
I love that that's always the first thing a guy says.
Well, I mean, that's, we didn't spend that much time together. I didn't get to know her that well.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about her. What's her name?
Her name's Kelly.
Kelly, and where did you meet Kelly?
We met online.
Okay.
She's really beautiful, and it seemed like from her profile, as far as I could tell, she was a really social girl, had lots of friends, and we went back and forth for about a week and a half, just texting each other, and we decided to meet up. We went out and got some drinks, and she said that it was her first time meeting up with somebody from online, which, I don't know, I kind of didn't buy.
Oh, you think she's lying about it?
Well, no, I just think that that's something that everybody says when they're meeting up with someone for the first time.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to admit that they're online dating.
Like, man, I've been on this site for 3 years now. Still can't make anything work.
You're my 30th date.
Yeah. All right, so she told you it was her first time dating, but how did everything go with you two? Like, why do you think she doesn't want to go out with you again?
Well, I don't know. There were just a couple of moments that were just kind of unfortunate. Like, I made a joke that she did not get, and I don't know, I have a pretty dry sense of humor. And
Wait. She didn't get the joke or she didn't like the joke? Those are two different things.
She didn't get the joke.
Okay, what was the joke?
We were having a great conversation. We were laughing, going back and forth, and I just said, God, this is great. I think we should go ahead and make it official, don't you? Totally deadpan.
Oh, no.
Totally deadpan.
That's not very funny.
Yeah, the delivery was a little off.
Yeah. So she didn't laugh at that joke, huh?
Yeah, no, she didn't think it was very funny. And I told her that I was joking, and she kind of laughed it off. And
oh, my God. She probably thinks you're lying about the joking line, and you think that she's lying about never online dating. You guys are really...
Yeah, we're a couple of liars. We're amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm surprised this didn't work out. Did you recover from that joke, or was it awkward the rest of the night after you said that?
I mean, she kind of chuckled after I said I was joking, and she shrugged it off, and we continued to have an okay evening. And then she went to the bathroom, and yeah, we were kind of getting ready to say goodnight, and she came back, and I paid the bill, and she said, this is kind of embarrassing, but she said, she's like, I don't know if you know this, but your shirt's inside out. And
that's awesome.
She was right. My shirt was totally inside out. I don't know how.
No, wait. To be fair, was it a T-shirt or a button-up?
It was a T-shirt.
All right. So you had your shirt inside out the whole time, and then you made an awkward joke about you two making things official like 30 minutes into your date.
Yeah. So this is why I'm saying I think I deserve another chance, because there were a few hiccups that could have been avoided, and, come on.
I just don't think that those two things warrant a I never want to see you again text message.
Well, actually, she didn't say outright that she didn't want to see me again. Like, we said goodnight that night, and we text back and forth for about a week, and I don't know, I just felt like she was kind of keeping me at arm's length, Like, she wasn't really giving me an opening to, ask her out again, and
right.
And then I finally did, just outright, and she said, I think maybe we'd be better off as just friends.
Oh.
Which is,
all right.
sounded like a real nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Have you guys talked since that text where she just said, let's be friends?
Well, I responded saying, really? Why? Come on, let's grab some dinner. And she didn't respond to that. So,
well, that's not a good friend.
Exactly.
I always feel like when people send that text message, it usually means that they're just not attracted to you in that way. That maybe everything else is great about you, but they just have no sexual attraction towards you.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, someone who's gutsy enough to tell me that my shirt's inside out, she could have let that slide. She didn't have to tell me that.
Yeah. You'd think she'd give you just a straight up answer on what's wrong with you.
Yeah, exactly. Which is nothing.
Oh, okay. Mr. Confidence. I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if that's true. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, if you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Rick is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Kelly. We talked to him about his first date, and it sounded kind of like a disaster. But Rick, I think actually you got something way better than getting another date with this girl.
Really?
What's that?
You made a friend. That's right.
We all need more friends.
Rick made himself a friend because after their date, they were texting back and forth a little bit. And one of her texts said, you know what? I think we're better off as friends. And that's the last time she's talked to him. So she's not really a good friend that you keep in touch with a lot, but she is a new friend. And I think you should just rejoice in that, Rick.
God.
I think that's a no from Rick. I don't think he's excited for some reason.
Yeah, got plenty of friends. Would really just like a second date.
Okay.
And were you really into her at the end of your first date, or is this one of those want what you can't have type of situations?
No, she's great. I really would like to see her again.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay, and just to recap, there was an awkward moment on the date when he made a joke that they should make things official. She didn't get the joke, so he thinks that could be reason number one why she just wants to be friends with him. And then he also was wearing his shirt inside out the whole time, and she waited until the date was over to tell him that. That's another reason that he thinks she doesn't want to go out with him again. All right, Rick, I'm about to dial her phone number. Here we go.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I was looking for Kelly.
Yeah, hi, this is Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hi.
You familiar with the show?
The show?
Oh.
No, she just apparently knows another Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
You sounded like you knew who it was. Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show?
This is the radio show?
Yeah. I don't think it's who you thought was calling.
Yeah, wrong number.
No.
The reason that I'm calling you is because one of our listeners actually emailed us and asked if we could get you on the phone.
Okay.
His name is Rick.
Rick?
Yeah, and Rick's kind of a friend of yours, like a new friend. You guys went out on a date together.
Oh, my God. Rick?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Is that a good?
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if somebody goes out on a date with somebody and then gets blown off, they email us to see if we can get that person on the phone and ask what went wrong. So Rick...
He emailed you guys?
Yeah, and he's curious why you don't want to go out with him again.
I already told him we could be friends.
Yeah, he did tell us that, but he's curious why he's being put in the friend zone right away because he would love to go out on an actual date with you again.
Oh, my God.
And you know that friend thing was a lie because according to him, you haven't texted him again after wanting to be friends.
Well, yeah.
So can you tell us why you don't want to go out with him again?
You know, I was so hesitant to do online dating because, one, I liked meeting people the old-fashioned way, but my friends were like, no, it's so much fun, you have to do it. But they all had horror stories of how everybody lied on their profile.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone say it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So you gave in and did it, and you met Rick.
Did he lie about his profile? Is that what you're getting to?
Yeah, he is the liar.
Whoa!
What did he lie about? Did he look different?
No, he looked exactly like his photos.
Okay.
So that was nice.
That's
he
good, at least.
He represented himself the same in the photos.
Okay.
It was like everything else in the profile kind of seemed like a lie.
So was he like an entrepreneur, but it turns out he lives in his mom's basement or something?
Kind of similar. I'm a very active person, and what really drew me to his profile was his interests. He said he loved hiking, he loved rock climbing, snowboarding, and photography.
Yeah.
And these are all things I am very passionate about. So I was hoping to meet somebody where we had similar interests that we could do these things together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's a pretty sexy profile, I'm not going to lie. I would be turned on by those things too.
Yeah. And when the conversation happened and I would bring up, like I talked about going snowboarding once a year with my family and something I look forward to every year. And I take my snowboarding very seriously. And he had nothing to say about snowboarding.
What?
Well, maybe he just didn't have anything to add into the conversation. That doesn't mean he doesn't bored.
Yeah.
But then I brought up hiking, because his profile says, I love hiking. All caps. I love hiking.
All right.
And I said, hey, when's the last time you went hiking? And he just threw up his hands in the air and shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't know.
And you said it was in all caps on his profile that he loves hiking?
All caps. Exclamation point.
All right.
It's such a weird thing to lie about.
Well, that's like the basic thing to say, right? I love hiking. I love outdoors.
Yeah, if you want to seem like an outdoorsy type of person, you just say you like to hike.
Yes, it was just so strange. He had nothing to add about this, so I kept asking more questions about the rock climbing and mountains he liked, and he would just stare at me with like a blank stare. Then I talked about photography.
Yeah.
And asked him what's his favorite camera, and he said, I don't know. I just use my phone.
Super passionate, obviously. Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going on with his profile, if he just copied somebody else's or if he thought it was good bait to get women to respond to his profile.
Yeah, to seem like adventure dude.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just so bizarre, like such a weird thing to lie about.
Well, this is going to be a good experience for you, too, because he's actually on the other line listening and would like to talk to you about his interests. Yeah, he's actually on the other line.
He's on the other line?
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow. Big misunderstanding here.
Yeah, sounds like it, Rick. It's one way to word it.
So, you heard everything. Everything I said was true, right? Can you explain why you put all those things on your profile?
Well, I put them on my profile because I'm interested in them.
But it doesn't sound like you do any of them.
Well, no, I mean, not as much as I would like to, but I work 60 hours a week. I work really hard, and the last time I went hiking was well over a year ago with some friends, and I had a great time. But I don't have the opportunity to go with them every time that they go.
Rick, you said you never went snowboarding, and then your profile says it's a passion of yours.
I mean, I guess passion is a little strongly worded, but I don't know. I think it's really cool. Like I watched YouTube videos and.
What? So there you go, Kelly. He is passionate about it. He's watching YouTube videos of snowboarding.
See what I mean? He's a liar.
Rick, I can't believe that this is the first time this has been an issue for you in all of your online dating experience. Like, no one else has brought up the fact that you say you love snowboarding and have never actually gone?
Well, no, because most girls are just interested in talking about themselves.
Rick, I'm not like that. I enjoy talking to the other person. I enjoy getting to know somebody else. So I think you owe it to other women you're going to be dating to represent yourself accurately. I think you should change your profile. Whoa. That you like Netflix.
Yeah, there you go, Rick. I'm passionate about watching snowboarding on YouTube. That would be a better way to put it.
But I'm not going to change my profile. I said that I love snowboarding because I love snowboarding and I love hiking. Yeah, I don't go every day or every week, but every time I've done it, I really enjoy it. So yeah, it's an interest. I'm not gonna say on my profile that I'm interested in algebra, which is what I do every day. I mean, like, come on.
See, but I think you're not giving people a chance to get to know the real Rick. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of pressure when you fill out those dating profiles to sound like a really cool person, and sometimes when you put yourself on paper, you realize how boring you are. But there's got to be something that you're passionate about that other people are passionate about too.
Does being passionate about something mean that you have to do it? Like,
well, generally, yes.
Really. I think so. Yeah, not really at all. Like,
Rick, at least you should try it once if you're passionate about it. You can't say you're passionate about it and have never done it.
Okay.
You come off a liar.
Okay, Kelly, I get what you're saying, but I think that calling me a liar is a little harsh, don't you think? I mean, yeah, okay, maybe I do need to try something before I say that I'm passionate about it. I mean, maybe you could take me snowboarding. I would love that.
Hey, there you go. Kelly, would you like to go out on a second date with Rick? We will pay for it. Not the snowboarding, that's expensive, but We'll pay for you guys to go out and maybe set up a snowboarding date.
You know, I'm a little hesitant because he lied, but I'm also very interested to see him on a snowboard.
Oh my God.
All right. So is that a yes? You will take Rick to experience his passion for the first time ever.
And you guys are paying for this.
We'll talk about the snowboarding thing, but we'll get you out there.
In that case, I would be honored.
Oh my God. Rick is going to hate it. The first day of snowboarding is like
Yeah.
the worst day of your life. You
Well-
will never have a more hurt butt ever.
No, this is going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to getting out there and discovering more about my passion.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I think everybody who does online dating learned a very valuable lesson today from the second date update, and that is lie on your profile
No.
as much
That's not.
as you want, because it doesn't matter. You'll get another date anyway.
How do you don't
If you
learn?
missed it, Rick wanted to call a girl named Kelly. They went out on a date. They met online. It turns out that the reason she didn't want to go out with him again was because all of the things that he listed as interests on his profile, he didn't know anything about. Not at all. He said that snowboarding was a passion of his, and he's never even been snowboarding. He's just seen videos on YouTube and thought he could list that as a passion. So she's like, he lied about everything.
And I like when we called him, or when she had confronted him, he stuck to it. Like, he didn't
That's his
just
passion,
say,
yeah.
you're right, I made it up to meet chicks.
Yeah.
He said, no, it's still a passion of mine.
I don't have to do it to love it.
Yeah, you can still watch it and enjoy it. Anyway, they did decide to go out again, and maybe she can take him snowboarding someday.
Yeah.
We'll see how that one goes. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.